We're getting a new Apple Watch, we're getting a new iPhone, and we're getting new AirPods. It's all the products announced at this year's Apple September event. And instead of telling you what I think about all these announcements, I decided to go a step further and ask you out on the street. So here goes. Hopefully people answer my questions. Do you have any Apple products?
I do, yeah. I have an M1.
Oh, you have an M1, okay.
Yeah.
Did you watch the event?
I did, yes.
I watched the live.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah.
So did I. And by all intents and purposes, these are some solid updates to devices touched on during the event. But I don't know, that start felt a bit weird. One thing that stood out to me is that Apple's having a bit of a savior complex. They opened the video up with a bunch of letters to Tim Cook from people explaining how the Apple Watch saved their life. Now, of course, there are benefits to having a mobile device like an Apple Watch strapped to your person, but Apple is going a step further, adding these safety features not only to the Apple Watch, but some to the iPhone as well. The addition of emergency SOS via satellite and crash detection to the base iPhone 14 does credibly show that you don't just need an Apple Watch to take advantage of the safety features Apple is offering now. Emergency SOS is neat because it connects the iPhone to a satellite service, allowing you to get help when you're in an emergency and out of cell service. Because there's no bulky antenna, you will have to help the iPhone maintain a signal. And if you don't have an emergency, you can share your location casually through the Find My app. And every iPhone comes with 2 years of the service. Now, if you are one of those people who does spend a lot of time out of cell service, then you might also be interested in the brand new Apple Watch Ultra. Okay, so there's a new Apple Watch, and it's like super rugged. It can go underwater 100 meters. You can use it scuba diving. It's also $800 US.
I don't even have the regular one because I always thought I would bring it because I do those stuff.
It looks cool, but I mean, unless you're like into like a pro scuba diver or something like that, I don't know why you'd want to spend $1,200 on a watch.
I'm a little interested, but I don't know if I'll drop a K.
It's same as iPhone 14 price. So
You could just get another phone, but you know, like.
That's what the last guy said.
I get it for the lifestyle. It does make sense.
After watching all the Apple Watch Ultra stuff, it just made me feel bad for not having an action-packed lifestyle. I'm not climbing up to the tops of mountains, diving under the ocean, or running long distances. Am I gonna have to do extreme sports to test the watch out?
Definitely, we are jumping off from the plane.
No. Also, the altimeter was added in the Series 5.
Oh,
I think, or 4. One of those ones. Are you an action-packed person? You go out on big adventures?
No, definitely not something where I need a $1,200 watch. Definitely not.
That's a bit much.
Holy crap! I was like, people do this on a regular basis. How many hours do you have in a day?
Is this gonna be one of those rugged devices people buy but never actually need? Now, that increase in water resistance in the Apple Watch Ultra reminds me that this video is brought to you by Vessi footwear. They're known for making lightweight, comfortable, easy to pack, and most importantly, water-resistant shoes, all thanks to their Dymatex technology. Their everyday move lineup is designed for active lifestyles and has added support at the midsole and better breathability, plus a pull tab to take them on and off with ease without ruining them. I slip my shoes off and on all the time, and I've ruined 2 pairs of other brand shoes because of it. These, after a year, are great. So you can save $25 by using the offer code MACADDRESS at vessi.com/MACADDRESS. The link's below. The Ultra and Series 8 now get a new temperature sensor that's meant to help enhance menstrual and ovulation tracking.
Females have been dealing with menstrual cycles for centuries before this feature came along.
Millennia.
For a lot of women, they're already quite in tune with their bodies. This isn't a feature that I would personally use.
Would that be useful?
I mean, for me, no.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't plan to have kids for a while, but
Okay.
I can see how that could be helpful for like other women, right? Or like other people that are also trying to be pregnant.
The updates to the Series 8 and the SE are a little bit more modest. Great if you're looking for an Apple Watch now, you'll get them. But with the SE, it has gone down in price to $250, but that also means the price of entry for the Apple Watch is up $50 now that the Series 3 is discontinued. So you are in the market for a new iPhone.
I am.
The iPhone 14, just the base one. There's no more mini. There's now a new plus size. Basically, most of the stuff's the same processor. They just improved the camera slightly, and they talked a lot about improving the nighttime low light situation.
Right.
So is that enough to get you into a 14, or have you, what kind of iPhone have you been looking into?
I've been looking into between the 13 and the 14. I'm not 100% sure if I'm completely sold on the 14 because it seems like the 13 is very similar to the 14.
Yeah.
I wish they did a mini, but made it Ultra.
A Mini Pro.
A
That's what
Mini
you want.
Pro.
I know.
Maybe with
That's
a
the
little
dream.
island.
It's $1,000 for US for an iPhone Pro, and then a Pro Max is another $100.
I know some people that drop that money, but not me.
Apple talked up the increase in low light performance these new iPhones have thanks to their bigger sensors and the new photonic engine. They did make the camera better. It's got a 48 megapixel sensor on the main camera, and they've been talking a lot about low light improvements. Do you take photos in like dark restaurants or at night a lot?
Yes, I think that would be one of the things that I would improve on Apple's quality.
It seems that Apple's focusing their updates on the camera when it comes to the iPhone. Other than that emergency SOS, the only major update to the iPhone 14 is with the camera. And same thing with the Pro as well. So the question is that the right direction to go with iPhone updates? With that pill shape on the Pro, it has that cool notification animation.
I like how they integrated the animations to fit with the design of the phone.
Yeah. My thing is, it feels like it's a little, it's like it's only exclusive to the iPhone Pro, and it kind of feels a little...
Yeah.
The Pro is cool, but like the regular one is terrible, I think.
You're talking about the notch?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the AirPods Pro get an update too. It's supposed to sound better and be easier to find. They have a smaller tip design. Would that be helpful for you?
I don't know. I'm always just like, I just buy it from the box and just put it in.
If these extra small ones fit, that's a game changer. That changes everything.
That's pretty amazing. I would imagine that the extra small tips for the second gen are gonna fit on the first gen, right?
I would hope so.
If it's the case that you can only get those tips in the second gen, would you buy a new pair of AirPods?
I would.
$249 US, they made the case better. So it's got a speaker if you need to find it. Do you ever lose your AirPods case?
Actually, no. Actually, pretty
You have
good.
never lost it? Because they
Yeah.
added a U1 chip so you can use your phone to find it.
I mean, that's helpful for a lot of my friends. I know that.
I'm still gonna have to look up what the H2 chip does bring to the table, but there are a lot of modest improvements that if you're waiting to upgrade or to get a new pair of AirPods Pro, now's the time. But if you have a pair that still work really well, I think you're fine. It was a nice, solid chunk of announcements today, and I think what we've learned talking to people on the street is whether these features benefit you depend on where you are in purchasing your next Apple device, or if you have lots of money to buy that crazy Apple Watch. Nevertheless, though, it's part of that evolution of Apple products, and I think many people will find all the improvements handy when they get them. Thanks to those who shared their thoughts for this Mac address. Now, if you like what they had to say, give this video a like, and if you want to see if I'm going to become an action athlete, then maybe subscribe. Now, I am also curious what you, the viewer, think, so of course, comment your thoughts about Apple's announcements down below.